it's a kind of funny story. What happened was, like I said, I lived next door to Frank Zane. I believe it was I think it was 1969 that year.
Okay.
And Frank, after about a year, he was going to move, and he had all the trophies he won were in his living room. He had Miss Universe, Mr. International, all this and that. Of course, in Mr. America, it was that 6-foot trophy, really big trophy. And he said to me, he says, "Hey, Jerry, could you do me a favor?" He says, "Could you hold my trophies for a couple of days while me and Christine, his wife, we get settled in a new place?" I said, "Sure, Frank." Remember, I was literally next door. It was easy to carry the trophies right in.
Yeah.
So he carried, I helped him. We carried all these trophies, put them in my living room, and they're sitting there. And I was going to, at the time, I was going to Santa Monica College. And I remember there was a young girl, and she had missed a couple of classes. She asked me if I had notes for the classes that she missed. I said, "Yeah, I have them back at my place. You want to follow me over, and I'll give you the notes." She said, "Sure." I didn't know this girl,
Yeah.
I was just, so she follows me over, and, I opened the door.
And there's all the trophies.
You walk in the bedroom, the apartment, the first thing you see is these, maybe 20, 30, 25 trophies,
right,
all varying in size. You had the ornate Mr. International, looked like a sculpture. You had this Mr. So she starts to read the little plates on the phone. She's Mr. America, Mr. International, Mr. Universe. She says, "Are these your trophies?" And I looked at her, I said, "It's my apartment, isn't it?" And it looked like kind of feasible because I was still competing in those days, so I was in good shape. I was I was lean.
Yeah.
I had you could see that I worked out. There was no question. So she thought she was awed, and she was actually almost afraid of me, and she just. I gave her the notes, and she literally ran out the door. But the funniest thing was, the funniest part, thing related to that was the same year, I think it was, Arnold, Frank, and Frank Zane and Franco Columbu, they all wanted to practice their posing together. So they knew that I lived by myself, and they said, "Jerry, could we set up a posing light in your living room where we could practice the posing," right? and of course, I knew them all.
Yeah.
And I consider them friends. I said, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at school most of the time. Frank could let himself in and they could practice. So, sure enough, this time another student, came over my place, right after school, and I put the key in the door. And first thing she sees is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Franco Columbu, and Frank Zane all standing there in their posing trunks.
Right.
I don't remember whether they had oil on or not, but I remember she took one look at these three extremely muscular giant guys. Her eyes got very wide, like they moved and stuff, and she just didn't say anything. She literally ran down the stairs and ran into.
Oh my God!
We all had a good laugh at that. I wish I had video in those days. That would have been a great video.
Oh yeah, that would have been classic.
It's really.
Bodybuilding Heroes and Legends Volume 1 by John Hansen is the book that celebrates the golden age of bodybuilding. This was the era in which legends such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sergio Oliva, Frank Zane, Robbie Robinson, Cal Scalak, and Mike Menser battled it out on stage for the biggest titles in bodybuilding. Read about some of the most exciting competitions that took place in the 1970s, including the Oliva-Schwarzenegger battles, Zane's first Olympia victory, and Scalak's controversial Mr. Olympia appearance, and much more. Filled with inspiring images of some of the greatest bodybuilders in the history of the sport, Bodybuilding Heroes and Legends Volume 1 is now available on Amazon.com, or email John directly at naturalolympia@gmail.com.